another team from our area to make it to the state finals for the first time ever. On this account is the Warsaw Tigers coach, and we're delighted tonight to be joined by one of their Warsaw captains from the team, Kameron Kauffman, joining us tonight. Kameron, thanks so much for joining us. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, congrats to this Warsaw team. I mean, heading to the state finals. Wow. I mean, what was Friday like for you, your teammates, that coaching staff, and that community to call yourself semi-state champions and punch your ticket to Lucas Oil Stadium?
It was kind of hard to believe. Like, I think everybody was in shock until we finally realized the score had us as far ahead as we were, and just the community was electric, and it was a fantastic atmosphere afterwards.
Yeah. What has this run been like for you? I mean, you guys have, I think, several top 5 teams. Number 1 Concord in there. I think Lafayette Central Catholic, Lafayette Jeff in there was a top 5 team. And then, of course, this game last Friday. Just talk about what you guys have been able to do this postseason. You're 10-3. You avenged the loss with Concord, hitting on all cylinders. Really sound victory over Maryville, now state. Just what this team's been able to put together the last month of the season.
So, like you said, we lost to Concord the first time, and then we went the next week and we lost to Plymouth. And I think just as a team, we realized that we needed to lock in and start working on some of the small things, working on technique, working on being physical, and just getting to the ball and moving as fast and as hard as possible. And we've just been it's keep building off for the past week, and practices have just keep getting better and better. So we've just added on top of better and better things, and it's just been getting much better.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the list here, number 2 Maryville on Friday for your first ever semi-state. Number 3 Lafayette Jeff at the regional, and number 1 Concord and your first trip to the state finals. 1,000 games played in the school history. Talk about this year, this growth. What is it about this season in particular, Cam, that you guys have kind of been able to cross that threshold and get beyond regionals?
I think one of the biggest is as a team, I've been a varsity player for about 3 years now, and this year we've just been such a tight-knit group, and whenever somebody is down a part of the game, we're able to lift each other up. And I think just the tightness of our team has been able to help boost us past sectional and regional and now semi-state.
Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Well, let's talk about that little, I guess you call it the wishbone there inside of your football on your shirt. Bart ball, and we've heard it called Bart ball, and I think everyone's pretty well knowledgeable that you guys run the triple option as your main running play. Talk a little bit about, the transition from what you had maybe been running your freshman year. Because when did Coach Curtis come in? Was he there your freshman year? That when?
He actually came when I was in 6th grade, so I got lucky. I have been immersed in the program pretty much since he got here.
So you started running the triple when you were in middle school, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So talk about that transition into something that, we don't see all that much now in football.
Well, it was just the first thing was it was super unique because the old high school coach wasn't super invested in the younger programs. But Coach Curtis, as soon as he came in, he was always going to the youth events. He was always at the middle schools teaching them up. And then he'll have summer camps and stuff, allowing younger kids to come in and learn the program better. And it's paid off because the younger kids now get the program so much better than the earlier kids did. And it's just been great.
So talk about, what it's like blocking in this scheme of things. And I'm going to see if I can pull some of this up here because I think it's interesting to see. You got it, dude. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
What you're responsible for. Hey, you're throwing the football. What in the heck is going on there, Cameron?
This is the Northridge game highlights that I was able to find here. So,
holy cow, my man. Well, you guys are always in a 4-point stance, and you're really just trying to get into the defensive linemen's legs for the most part.
Yeah, there's not really anything flashy to it. It's just head down, hit as hard as possible, keep moving, try and get about 3 yards per play.
3 yards in a cloud of dust is what it's called. Take us through what a practice is like, because, this is one thing I don't think everybody understands when it comes to running a quote unquote specialty offense, because it's not just throw the ball out and okay, we're going to run this play, the dive, which is your number one play, and go from there. But it's something that you have to diligently work at year round to a degree. So talk a little bit about that process for you, especially as an all offensive lineman.
So like our practices start with we call it SOS, same old stuff. So where you're just working your technique, you're doing your down blocks, you're doing your dig blocks. You do that for good 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And then we'll go into our team sets. And they go by different names, but in the end, it's just 3 different times where we run the same plays over and over and over again. And it gets repetitive, but then when you see in the game, when you do the same thing over and over and over again, you see why you do it. So
yeah, reps makes perfect, right? Now, who is your offensive line coach? Is it Coach Curtis's son?
So we have 3 of them. We have Coach Curtis Jr., we have Coach Jones, and then Coach Heckerman.
Okay, Coach Curtis Jr. played football at Ohio University, so he was a Mid-American Conference player. Brady Jones is who you're referencing, correct?
Yes, sir.
He played for me when I was the head football coach at Manchester University and was a very good offensive lineman. So at least I have an idea who you're around. But talk a little bit about those coaches and kind of what they've meant to you guys up front, because you're getting a pretty good group of guys teaching you.
So on the field, it's fantastic. They're always coaching you up. They're always helping you. And they're not that one kind of coach to where you're going to mess up and they're just going to keep harping on you over and over and over again and help you work through it. And then we'll take a step back and there'll be a day we'll just do a step through, your veer releases are bad. We'll take it step by step to fix it. And I think one of the parts that I respect out of both of them is that on the field, they're great guys, but off the field, they're even better. And they're really good role models. And if you need help with either football or life off the field, they're always there. They're always there to listen, and they're just fantastic guys.
Well, that's good to hear, because I think that's why coaches coach, is to have an impact on a kid on and off the field. It doesn't just mean that they coach you for 2 hours a day. It's a everyday proposition. What does your week look like building up to your games this Friday? What is it? Do you know what your practice and things are going to look like here? Or
I don't. I know we have normal practice Monday and Tuesday, and I think Wednesday we're down at the stadium. But besides that, I have no idea.
Drink a lot of water. I'm sure you've heard that already, because the domes will dehydrate you quickly.
Yeah.
Dude, you got anything for this?
Yeah, just real quick, another multi-sport athlete, just doing some research on you. Conference champion in wrestling, sectional and regional runner-up there, and then really good showing, I think, the sectional champion in discus and shot put?
Yes.
Wow. So really almost like 4 sports, really, when you start mixing up the throwing objects. But talk about that. I mean, as an offensive lineman, just carrying that throughout wrestling, throws and track and field and football, how that all is interconnected for you to become a really solid offensive lineman for the Warsaw Tigers.
So obviously all the sports are different and the movements are different, but the core element to all of them is you need to be ridiculously explosive. And my years of doing all 3 sports, because I started doing wrestling and track in middle school, so I've been doing all 3 for about 6 years. And I've been in the weight room training explosiveness, and just the actually doing your sport will make you more explosive, and it's all just tied together better than I would have ever imagined.
Sure. The community, what's it been like in Warsaw the last couple of weeks? In the school building, in the businesses in town, what's it like there with what you guys have been able to do?
It's been crazy because like our town looks like a normal town. This past couple weeks, everything's orange and black. You go into this store, it's got orange and black all down the windows. You go into this store, and then I think part of the coolest part is like you'll walk down the hallways, and each one of the teachers has their door all sort of decorated for the football players, and it's awesome to see.
Sure. Well, we certainly wish you the best of luck this weekend on the Class 5A championship. Just real quick about Decatur Central, as you look ahead, they went to state a year ago. They lost to Snyder in that state championship, but really the focus this week, because I think their coach played at Warsaw. Am I right, Coach Seiss?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah. Coach Brad Cease, he played for me at Ball State.
But notwithstanding that, this game, the state championship coming up against Decatur Central, just the opportunity that lays ahead for you guys, and really what this week looks like for you guys, especially seniors. Kameron.
Sorry, what was that question?
I'm just asking Decatur Central, the foe you're playing against this week at the state championship, just what, as those preparations get ready, what you're keying in on this week related to the X's and O's from that team.
I think our biggest thing, and one thing we've done better than normal years, is we just keep treating it like it's a normal week. Because if you treat everything the same, you're going to go out and you're going to perform your best. If you treat it like, oh, I'm going out to play at the Super Bowl, your nerves and stuff get you. So we've been focusing on just playing normal and never underestimating our foe, because, I mean, there was a couple of early times of the season where we underestimated people we shouldn't have, and it came back to bite us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they've got a really good quarterback that you're going to play against in Bo Paulston, who's the University of Toledo commit right now, but he's a really good quarterback. So this is going to be a great game.
Absolutely. Well, Cam, we wish you the best of luck. Thanks so much for joining us on Upon Further Review. The first Warsaw Tiger to do so. We'll certainly be watching as you guys face Decatur Central in the 5A state championship at 7:00 on Saturday night. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium, and we wish you the best there. Good luck.
Thank you so much, and thank you for allowing me to come on here.
Absolutely, young man.
All right.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
That was Cam Kauffman, offensive lineman, wrestler, shot put, discus, really solid athlete, a captain on that team, and we were trying to get somebody from Warsaw on, and I had reached out to a couple of the other guys, and they had some other commitments, but they said, Cam's the guy. He's the one to talk to. He's a captain, and he's really good at interviews. So obviously that showed, Coach. But
you can see why he's a captain.
Absolutely. And when he talked, you could tell that he can, he likes to throw the shot put, and he's
a big, strong kid. Moves well.
Offense, in that weight class. But